are some news stories that are just so great they bring a smile to my face, to where I can just look at the headline and be so happy. But let's read the whole thing so I can let you share in the happiness with me. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been indicted in 3 corruption cases, marking the first time a sitting head of state in Israel will face criminal charges. Netanyahu was charged Thursday with bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. The indictment follows a 4-day hearing last month with the Prime Minister's defense team. The first case, which is considered to be the most serious, accuses Netanyahu of bribery for allegedly engaging in a quid pro quo deal with businessman and media mogul Shaul Evoch, in which Netanyahu, during his tenure as communications minister, spearheaded regulations that helped Evoch gain roughly $500 million. Haaretz reported. In return, Netanyahu and his wife allegedly repeatedly requested alterations to Walla News, which Evoch ran to serve their political interest and undercut their opponents. And he's saying that that doesn't constitute a bribe, and of course he would say that. The second case accuses Netanyahu and Arnon Moses, the publisher of the Yedoth Ahronoth newspaper, of trying to limit the circulation of a rival paper in return for favorable media coverage. The case, known as Case 2000, accuses Netanyahu of fraud and breach of trust. The final case accuses Netanyahu of fraud and breach of trust for allegedly using his public role to receive gifts from Hollywood mogul Arnon Milchan and billionaire James Packer. Netanyahu could face up to 10 years in prison if he is convicted of bribery, and a maximum of 3 years for fraud and breach of trust. Netanyahu, Israel's longest-serving prime minister, is not required to step down as a result of the charges. He can ask the parliament for immunity, though that request would have to be considered by a special committee that has not been established due to ongoing gridlock. They also mentioned that Israel looks like it's going to have its third election this year. Man, that prick is getting everything that he deserves. I've said before, the U.S. is very corrupt with its politicians, and a lot of times when you have someone, whether it's a Jesse Jackson Jr. or some other figure like Boldovich, who gets in trouble for corruption, I always laugh because of the fact that most of the members of Congress are corrupt. But it's so nice to see another country taking a demon and saying you can't get away with this stuff anymore. You and your wife trying to make these people report favorably for you. That's not going to slide. The only regret I have is that they can't get rid of him over this. As it says, he's not required to step down as a result of the charges. But the fact that he is being charged and this is being reported and actually seeing him be gone after for it's perfect. It is just the smallest retribution we can get for his sins against being Israel's head of state, his treatment of other people that are indigenous to the area. It's all, I love it. Favorite story of this month, maybe all year. It's a shame that we can't see this douchebag go to jail and have someone else take over. And I know that his challenger was right wing, but I want him out. Just sometimes you just need to take the garbage and recycle it and go for something new. But perfect story almost. As good as it can get, I'll take it.